Hey, how's it going everyone? In this video, we have some news on Asuka returning to WWE soon, Tony Khan expected to sign 3 former WWE superstars very soon, and a lot more. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe for more wrestling news. Real reason why Keith Lee missed Dynamite this week. Following Keith Lee's impressive in-ring debut against Isaiah Kassidy during last week's episode of AEW Dynamite, many fans were really surprised to not see him on television this week. Well, according to the Wrestling Observer, the reason why Keith Lee was not on Dynamite this week is because he is actually on his honeymoon with his wife Mia Yim, but is expected to return soon. Kairi Sane returning to professional wrestling. After leaving WWE back in 2020 in order to return to Japan, now that Kairi Sane's contract with WWE has officially expired, it looks like the former NXT Women's Champion has decided to make her return to professional wrestling. Because during a recent press conference for the Japanese wrestling promotion Stardom, it was announced that Kairi Sane will be working for them moving forward, where she is expected to return to the ring during the company's biggest shows later on next month. Many people in AEW are happy that Brandi Rhodes is no longer with the company. Following her departure from AEW, a report came out stating that unlike Cody, Brandi Rhodes was not very well liked during her time in AEW. And although some AEW stars like Nyla Rose and Red Velvet recently came out in support of Brandi, according to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer, he's heard that even though some people have spoken up in support of Brandi Rhodes, there are way more people in AEW who actually celebrated her departure from the company. Tony Khan expected to sign 3 former WWE superstars soon. Now that Keith Lee is officially a part of AEW, it looks like Tony Khan will be adding 3 more former WWE superstars to the AEW roster very soon. Because according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, Shane Strickland, Buddy Murphy, and Jeff Hardy are expected to sign with AEW soon. However, aside from Buddy Murphy and Shane Strickland, who are both currently free agents, Jeff Hardy's signing will have to wait a few more weeks because he is still under WWE's non-compete clause. Asuka returning to WWE very soon. Even though many fans were really upset that Asuka did not return during this year's Women's Royal Rumble match, it looks like Asuka's return to WWE could just be only a matter of time. Because according to a new report from PW Insider, the outlet was told that the hope is to have Asuka return from shoulder surgery by the end of the month. However, Asuka's return also depends on her getting cleared by WWE and how they plan to write her into storylines. So now guys, I want to give you my opinion on all of the topics that we discussed today, starting off with the first topic, why Keith Lee missed Dynamite this week. And I think that after making his debut on Dynamite last week, the reason why Keith Lee missed this week's episode is because he's on his honeymoon with Mia Yim. But hopefully when he returns to AEW television, they have something really important for him to do, and I'm excited to see what he ends up doing on Dynamite. The second topic that we talked about was Kairi Sane returning to professional wrestling. And in my opinion, guys, I think it is awesome that Kairi Sane has returned to working for her last promotion before signing with WWE, which is Stardom. So really excited to see what Kairi Sane is going to be doing in Japan, and also with, returning to her previous promotion. So I'm happy to see her return. The next topic that we talked about was how many people in AEW were happy that Brandi Rhodes pretty much left. And I think that a lot of people, according to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer, he is saying that a lot of people were happy, more happy than upset that Brandi Rhodes ended up leaving AEW, which is not really surprising because a lot of reports have been saying that Brandi Rhodes was not very popular compared to Cody Rhodes, so I'm not surprised with that. The next topic that we talked about was Tony Khan expected to sign 3 more WWE superstars, and those are Shane Strickland, Buddy Murphy, and Jeff Hardy. And I think that these guys will be very helpful for AEW, and I am really excited to see out of everyone. I'm excited to see what AEW has planned for Jeff Hardy when he signs with them, and however he won't be able to sign soon because of his WWE non-compete clause being active still. But when that expires, I'm sure that he will debut for AEW. Now, the last topic that we talked about was Asuka returning to WWE soon. And according to PW Insider, they are saying that Asuka, it pretty much all depends on if WWE clears her and how they write her into storylines. And it's been a while since Asuka last wrestled for WWE, and although there were rumors that Asuka was going to appear at the Royal Rumble and maybe even be the surprise entrant for the Elimination Chamber, that did not go, that didn't happen. But hopefully Asuka, according to this report, that Asuka will be returning or is expected to return by the end of the month. So hopefully that ends up happening. So with that being said, guys, that is all the news that we have for today. Make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.